Alright guys, I'm back for more Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, and I'm also talking to someone in Discord, so if I say anything that doesn't make sense, there you go.
Oh, Gohan! Back already? That's so. If you have time before Bulma finishes her spaceship, you might as well get some studying in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
After a fierce showdown with the Saiyans, the Earth was safe once again. But that safety came at a hefty price.
They really do be like that sometimes.
The Dragon Balls, the only hope
Some
of
things I'm
bringing
looking
back
forward to
those
later
who
this
had
year
lost
are
their lives, were
the
gone.
Kingdom Hearts HD collections for Xbox One, which should be obvious.
Thanks to what Vegeta said,
They still haven't
however,
announced a release date,
Gohan and the
which
others
I'm hoping
learned
they
of
will
more
soon.
Dragon Balls on Kami's
And
home world,
the
Planet
Yakuza series
Namek.
is also getting ported to Xbox One later this year,
After they had found Kami's old spaceship,
which I've actually been interested
Gohan
in
and the
playing those
others
games,
made
so it should be interesting.
preparations for their long, arduous trip to Namek.
Oh yeah, and then there's Phantasy Star Online 2 that's getting a release later this year as well for Xbox One. For the very first time outside of Japan for Xbox One and PC. Weirdly enough, it was only on PC and PS4, and I think maybe Switch in Japan only. I'm just trying to wonder why Sega hasn't exported it before now. Did they need a little bit extra money translating it, or... Which, Sega actually has a really good working relationship with Microsoft, so I'm not too surprised that Microsoft offered to pay for it.
Gohan, is that you? Oh, perfect. You're just the person I wanted to talk to. So listen,
Because
it's about the
Microsoft is
spaceship.
actually the reason that, what was that game?
The spaceship? Are you sure you
Shenmue
want to talk
2
to
got-
me about that?
Brought over to
If you've
in
got some
other
time,
territories
do you
as
think
well.
you could meet me here at Capsule Corps in West City?
Because they launched that game
Oh, sure.
for,
I'll be there soon.
the Dreamcast a little bit before they officially shut down development for that console.
What could she want to talk about?
And then,
Guess I'd better head to Capsule Corporation to
they
find
couldn't
out.
do the international version before that would happen. Or before they canceled it.
Holding out
Or
for
after
hope
they canceled it.
on Planet Namek.
So Microsoft offered to pay for the international version to be made.
Maybe the spaceship's ready for
Which
takeoff.
also actually,
She wanted to
from
talk
what I
to
read,
me specifically.
they
I'm not sure
actually
I'll be
paid
of
for
much
the English
help,
voice
though.
work to be done for the dub as well. Which a lot of Shenmue fans didn't really care for the fact that the second one didn't get on the Dreamcast back in the day. But, in my opinion, it's just, like, kind of better than nothing. I'm confused as to why they didn't, port the first game with it in a 2-pack or something for the Xbox, but considering you can transfer the save data between the two, or from the first one to the second one. But, Sega made up for that with the HD collection. So.
Hello?
Hey,
Huh?
hey there.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess that is the, what... Yeah, and then there's also lag time between when people will type something. Which, yeah, that's the bitch of, like, text-based D&D game, I guess.
Huh?
Yeah. I mean, yes, it's not bad doing that. I remember when Jenny did that text-based one a while ago, when she still had her server. You guys did like that, right? You had fun? Right.
What? Huh?
Yeah.
Sure,
Yeah, that
okay.
definitely makes a lot of sense. You have a log of what was said or done in between sessions. You have downtime to just do, like, lower. What is the word I'm looking for?
Always worried about me.
Slower,
I feel
like
I'm losing power.
lower lower stakes stuff.
What?
Yeah.
Hey there.
Yeah.
Do what you can.
Okay.
I love that you can just run and jump like the Hulk in this game. Kakarot. Yeah, you just go into a sprint and just tap A or X or whatever button, and it just sends you flying without actually flying. Yeah.
Flying sure is convenient.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just... Like I said, this last month is just feeling really, really off. And yet,
Let's pick up the speed a little.
there's no real cause for it to feel off.
Got it! I think I can handle this. I've got to eat something.
Jeez. Because Colin Clinkenbeard's Gohan voice has just devolved into a younger Luffy, every time she says something like, I need to eat something, it just sounds like Luffy. You didn't? Oh. I don't blame you. Yeah. Which is weird because you grew up with the English dubs, I'm assuming, for Dragon Ball.
Got it!
English? Ish. Well, I mean, I think that mainly comes down to the differences between Moscow Nozawa and Goku. Or, not Goku, Sean Schemmel. Because, like... Because, like, Sean Schemmel is perfectly capable of voicing Goku. He is a good choice to play Goku for what he... well, no, I get why you say that. I'm not particularly fond of the guy entirely either. Outside of his voice acting, I just don't care for the dude.
Got it!
With just generally him being a douchebag, or...
Got it!
Yeah. Yeah, and it mainly seems to be from, like, a couple of things that I've noticed him doing or saying over time, or just his patterns of what he does, because what I mean is that he'll do things without really thinking beforehand, and then it'll get him into some shit, and he'll have to backtrack as a result. I don't know. It's just weird to think about it like that, but the dude really has no real brain-to-mouth control too often. And he did an interview last year, I want to say. I think it was early or mid last year with Geekdom 101, where he was just literally just a motor mouth for the entire fucking thing. He barely let Geekdom get in a word edgewise, because he would talk very fast for a long time, go on tangents that really made no sense to go on, and he's just one of those guys that doesn't know when to shut the fuck up until it's like too late.
I'm gonna take you down.
Go on, Gohan. Gohan, Gohan. Yeah.
Actually won.
Yeah, it's definitely a good... It's probably one of my favorite Dragon Ball games in a long time. Which, if we're being real here, that's not hard to do. Because, while I don't mind Xenoverse, it took a bit to grow on me. Yeah. 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 Out of all the Dragon Ball games that I've played... I'll let you finish your thought, but...
I think I can handle this.
Oh, yeah, we've talked about that before. I love Budokai 2 as well, mostly because they didn't port 3 to the GameCube for whatever reason. So I never got to play Budokai 3 when it was new. I played it later when my brother got a used PS2 and a copy of that game for the first time. And then I really played it in the HD collection. Yeah. And I was pissed when they didn't have Budokai 2 in the HD collection. It was just like, that game has more replayability for at least single player than either other Budokai game. And that's something people don't, like, realize about the game, is that the single player is the best part about it. Budokai 2? Budokai 2 didn't have Frieza or Cell's lower forms, they only had them in their final forms. Budokai 1 and 3 had their lower forms.
I need food.
Yeah, it was right after the Saiyan Saga. They're in, like, the fucking ice caps or some shit. Yeah, and for some reason, Frieza's there with Recoome and Ginyu. Canonically, it makes no sense, but it's... Yeah, canonically, it makes no sense, but it's still really kind of fun. I remember the part you're talking about. It's where Babidi revives Cell and Frieza at the same time he influences Vegeta's mind. And Goku also meets up with the Supreme Kai and gets sent on the mission to stop Boo's resurrection. And you couldn't fight and win against one of the Majin people except for Deborah, because for some reason it didn't count. Kinda. But you couldn't do that. Otherwise, it would do like 3 or 4 spins of the time thing in the corner of the screen and fully resurrect Boo. And then, yeah, so you either had to avoid them, or you had to fight them once, win, and then fight them again quickly to beat them. And you could only do that a certain amount of times, otherwise you couldn't rightfully really win. And that's also how you unlocked, unless you were playing the PS2 version, which has a glitch where if you hold down the triggers in the skill shop, you easily just get the capsules that are for sale. Yeah, in the PS2 version of that game, if you go into the skill shop and you hold down the triggers on the PS2 controller, it's a glitch where you just
Lot of power in this.
easily just get every single capsule that's for sale for free. Did you not know that? They fixed that for the GameCube port, which came out a year later, so I didn't get to experience that awesomeness, but I was just amazed when I read that. I think on either the DB Wiki or TV Tropes. I can't remember where I read that, but it's a thing. Team 4-Star actually used that for when they did their playthrough of that game.
I think I can handle this. I'm gonna take you down.
Yeah, that's because in Japanese, Cell's voice apparently doesn't change much between the forms. Yeah, I don't know. It's just how the Japanese wanted to do it, because the advent of Cell's forms having a different voice between them is apparently something that Damian Clark just came up with when they were doing the Z-dub. Yeah, it just makes sense. But yeah, his original VA in Japanese, Wakamoto, didn't do that. So what happened was, and in a lot of other Dragon Ball Z games as well, because they only use one voice track for each cell in most of the games, he only recorded certain things in one of the voices, and it's usually between imperfect and perfect cell is how he'd record them, and then he'd record some lines in the others. And it was kind of a crapshoot because if you pay attention to some of the cutscenes in Budokai 1, he did a line that was for Perfect Cell in the trailer. You do. It's right after where you go to the frozen wasteland.
Flying sure is convenient.
Which, in the Budokai 2 continuity, it makes no sense how they know Vegeta. It makes no sense how they know Vegeta. But when they get to Namek. Because when you get there and you talk to Vegeta, Goku instantly recognizes him, even though he never met him before. Budokai 2's story mode is crazy, and it's clear that they expected people who played the game to have seen the anime or read the manga beforehand, or played any of the other games that actually fill you in on the details. But I still like it for its stupid wackiness. It's a lot of fun. You could beat Kid Buu as fucking Hercule, or Mr. Satan, if you wanted to. And that's and if you beat that actually played into the unlocking system of the game, because if you beat Super Buu after he absorbed Gohan, I think, with Mr. Satan in that one level where you fight Super Buu after he absorbed Gotenks, and then he absorbs Gohan. What was it? You unlock Videl through that system. And that was actually kind of a pain in the ass. I remember doing that when I was a kid, when I read like unlock walkthroughs and shit like that for the game. It was a pain in the ass to do that. Because what I had to do is, I think what I ultimately did was I beat Super Buu all the way down to his last, like, remaining bar of health in the overworld, and then I just beat him with Mr. Satan, because Super Buu is one of the most powerful enemies. In Budokai 3, he's worse, I would say, than he is in Budokai 2, in terms of his AI. And it's really weird, because Kid Buu's the most destructive in Budokai 2, but in Budokai 3, he's actually easier. I think they nerfed him because of that. But then they raised the intelligence level of Super Buu's AI, which is weird. Yeah, that's Mr. Satan is still weaker than Super Buu because of his just. That's how that goes in terms of the power levels and the power scaling. and it's one of those just things that's obviously like a thing that you need to do on a repeat playthrough. And yeah, unlocking characters in that game was so weird in terms of the logic behind them, because I remember to unlock Teen Gohan, or technically 11-year-old Gohan, you had to fight
really strong.
Cell in the last bit of the game on the planet of the Kais as adult Gohan, and basically kill him. That's how you unlock Teen Gohan in that game. And then I'm trying to think of other ways to unlock stuff. To unlock Kid Trunks, I think you need to beat Vegeta on Namek with regular Trunks. Or with future
Flying
Trunks.
sure is convenient. I'm gonna take you down.
Which is just how that works, I guess. But I think, if I'm going off of Team 4 Star's Let's Play of the game, which I think they were using an official copy of the PS2 version of that game rather than an emulator, if you use that sheet to, in the skill shop that I told you about, you just unlock the characters when you get those skills. So, yeah.
How's that?
I didn't play a lot of Tenkaichi 2. I played Tenkaichi 3. Yeah. Yeah, and it's like Lanny Couture says, the game is a better toy box than it is an actual fighting game. Yeah. Budokai Tenkaichi 3, I think, still has the biggest roster in a DBZ game to this day. Yeah. Because it has a lot of different characters from every single bit of the franchise up until that point.
No, this isn't the way.
And it's like, it's insane. And I remember, because I played through that game and unlocked basically everybody. Tenkaichi 3? Yeah, I was talking about 3.
There's a lot of power in this.
Which, I know I did have a copy of Tenkaichi 2, because my brother actually
Got it.
bought a copy of that game at some point. I don't believe we still have it, because we have Tenkaichi 3, but... Which we actually had the Wii copy of that game, because neither of us had a PS2. At the time. But we did have a Wii. There's only fusions. Well, Budokai 2 and 3 actually
I need food.
use that as a transformation. Yeah. Yeah. was gonna name my top 5 at the very least Dragon Ball games. I'd have to completely play through this game to really rank it, so I'm not gonna name it or anything. But so far, it's pretty good.
I think I can handle this.
In no particular order off the top of my head, I really liked Boo's Fury. I didn't play a lot of Legacy of Goku 2, so I'm not really gonna talk about it, but I liked Boo's Fury. I played the shit out of that. I think I still have my copy somewhere. And then, Budokai 2 I would definitely name as a really good Dragon Ball game. Budokai 3 for basically doing the combat a lot better than Budokai 2, but it's lacking in a lot of areas that Budokai 2 excelled at. Yeah, I think Budokai 2 did that as well, because it had that fusion capsule for him. Because in the dub, Vegeta called him that. In, like, a line. Yeah. Yeah, because I think they took that logic from the dub, unless if I'm mistaken, because it was Japanese developers, but, like... Then, yeah. Yeah, because, I think Shin was just an alias, but it's the only, like, actual name for the Supreme Kai we've gotten. I thought it was just an alias. It could be his name from before he became Supreme Kai, like...
Let's pick up the speed a little.
We're pretty sure that... Like... Well, yeah, all Kais do, I would think, because, like... You wouldn't just call... Yeah, Goasu is a Supreme Kai. Zamasu, if he became a Supreme Kai, would still be Zamasu. And then... Yeah. But that was all he was going to be, because I guess he was older than Shin, so he just...
I think I can handle this.
Maybe.
I wonder if there are any...
But I don't know if there's I don't know if there's actual, like, confirmation on that. I don't even think Toriyama does, to be honest, but... Yeah, well, literally the closest we've gotten is Goasu and Zamasu. I still think the hierarchy would work exactly the same, because they're in constant contact with their alternate universe counterparts. So, I don't know.
How's that? I think I can handle this.
Oh, I forget one of them's name, but Spopovich and Yamu? Yeah, Yamu. Oh, yeah, where they don't let him step in and stop them from absorbing his energy into that container. Oh, yeah, like... Yeah, here's the thing. Someone on Konzenshu, which is a Dragon Ball forum, I don't know if you've ever been to it, but, yeah. In the unpopular Dragon Ball opinions thread, within the last week or two, literally said that he doesn't get why people don't like the Buu Saga. He thinks that everything that happens in the Buu Saga felt natural to happen. No, the Buu Saga is worse than the fucking androids arc than about, like, shit that doesn't make sense to ever happen. A mix of Toriyama not caring, him being burnt out, and then just a complete tone shift in how he was writing it versus everything else in what would become Z. led to him just not caring about continuity, not caring about character motivations, and not caring about consistency of tone in that arc. And on top of that, he completely violates the best way of storytelling. I think it was either the South Park guys or Dan Harmon, or maybe both of them, who laid out how to best do your storytelling, which is from connecting plot points to plot points and events to events. You need to have because and therefore to really connect things, to make sure that the audience can follow along with the logic of everything. Otherwise, you're either going to bore the audience or you're going to confuse them. And that's going to drive down the watchability and the enjoyability of your story. And a lot of things in the Boo Saga happen for no reason, and characters just act out of character for a moment to make the next plot point happen, for some reason. The best example I can think of from the Boo Saga is when Goku goes back to Earth to fuse with Gohan with the Patara earrings. And he throws Gohan the Patara earring, but Gohan misses it and has to go looking for it. Yeah.
I've gotta eat something.
But then Boo's absorption of Gotenks wears out because the time limit on Gotenks fusion wears out. And then for some reason, even though I'm pretty sure Super Boo is still more powerful than Goku, because Goku could barely, like, fight the Fat Boo, although he later says he could have defeated him if he wanted to, which I wouldn't doubt it.
I think I can handle this.
Yeah. 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 But yeah, which that is perfectly in keeping with Goku's character by that point, but holy shit, does that, like, defy any sense of logic. And I'm not saying that Goku's not illogical sometimes, but holy shit, he has at least some common sense when he's portrayed right. And by that, I mean when he's written by Toriyama.
I think I can handle this.
Anyways, and he doesn't fuse with Gohan because Super Boo is now weaker because the fusion time ran out. And it's just like, Goku, he's still fucking strong, and he is a threat to the entire fucking universe, my guy. Yeah, which increased his intelligence as well, because Piccolo is strong, or smarter than Gohan, or Goten, or Trunks. Because Piccolo by that time had fused with Kami and Nail, so. And Nail's, like, I guess combat prowess or whatever the hell mixed with his own.
I think I can handle this.
Yeah.
I think I can handle this.
Yeah.
Look at all those stone bridges.
If you were still one, you would be stronger. I think it must be Nail, because I don't think Piccolo ever talks to Guru, he talks to Nail. I think Nail says that when Piccolo goes to him when he's lying on the ground defeated after his confrontation with Frieza. Yeah. 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 Oh yeah, and that also I just remembered something else that happens just because. And I guess rule of cool instead of rule of sanity for the Boo Saga. Goku he instant transmissions all the way to Boo and Bobbity
I think I can
to give
handle
Trunks enough time to fly to Capsule Corp to get the Dragon Radar so they can get the Dragon Balls, rather than just teleport the both of them to Capsule Corp and look for the Dragon Radar in the first place. Like, it would take Bobbity and Boo a while to get to Capsule Corp after they find out that that's where Trunks lives. It's not like time was an issue. Or was that much of an issue. Yeah. Just put his hand on Trunks' shoulder, do the instant transmission, talk to his grandparents to get access to the lab, and then it would be fine. Save a lot of time. Trunks' grandparents, by the way, were apathetic to the fact that, you know, Boo existed, so they didn't give a shit.
Take you down.
Yeah, that makes too much sense that, like, Vegeta would know it, considering, like, he obviously should at this point. Yeah, that's... Yeah.
How's that?
Yeah. 'Cause I remember that part in the, in Super where Vegeta, like, they didn't explain it in the anime for some reason, but they explained it in the manga where he transformed into Super Saiyan Blue when he fought Kaba, and then he de-transformed back to normal. Then he transformed into it again with Hit, and it is established that he wasted all of his stamina because of that. So we obviously needed more training with stuff like that. Yeah, because Goku only had a year, around a year.
How's that? Got it. Got it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think I can handle this. Take you down.
Yeah. The fact that Goku doesn't teach anyone the Kaioken or just the instant transmission could have solved a lot of problems.
I actually won.
Yeah, they should know Kaioken. Yeah. But granted, the whole timing of the later parts of Namek really doesn't make a lot of sense. Kind of, but... Oh yeah, that. They mainly use the Dragon Balls on Namek. So... No, they used the Namek Dragon Balls to do that. They... Yeah, Yeah, they did that. Yeah, because they revived Goku not, what, a few weeks before, at most? Toriyama and his consistency with continuity, and the fact that he has none. Yeah, kinda. I mean, it kinda does to me too, or it feels like it should be. But then again, I'm not as tired as you are.
Let's pick up the speed a little.
Yeah, I know those days though where you just want it to end. I can see that. I don't think you were angry in the first place unless you were for like a second, but like you seem just more disappointed. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my fucking god, where are the carrots in this game? Yeah, I was gonna say this a second ago. I really like that in Xenoverse 2, when you if you have Nappa as a mentor, you can teach him fucking Super Saiyan. And Goku as well, you can set on him Goku Black's ability for that like energy sight thing. Not sight, but like you know the attack. It's the one he uses to make the sight.
Won!
Yeah. I just have Goku as my mentor, and whenever I choose him for like one of the PQs, he just uses it, and I think that is fucking awesome. To just see him use it is hilarious to me. He could learn how to do it, yes. The only thing is, that's what he does for a lot of other techniques, so yes. You know, I remember the days where Goku just instantly knowing how to do something was just played for comedy and not serious.
I actually won!
I glanced at how far it went. I did not see what you get.
I think I can handle this.
Sure. I don't care.
Here I go!
Yeah. The only legitimately, what is it, original move Goku has ever come up with, and it's from a movie and GT. So canonically, he doesn't know it.
How's that?
Even though it doesn't contain crucial scenes from the original version of the story that it's adapting. Oh yeah, one of the biggest continuity errors that was actually pointed out to me on Kanzenshuu, I didn't notice it at first, but I'm like, I remembered it because I had just played that sequence a few days prior.
I think I can handle this.
Someone pointed out that in the Saiyan Saga, when it's before you fight Vegeta, they completely removed, for some reason, the part where he scans Goku's power level and he says it's over 8,000 or 9,000, depending on your dub. And, he just goes from having the scouter on his head to not having it anymore, and there's no explanation as to why unless you have seen the anime or read the manga.
How's that?
Yeah, that's when Goku first gets to Earth and he's flying to them. And that's when Goku is, I guess, holding back some of his power.
I think I can handle this. I'm gonna take you down.
Although, actually, I remember King Kai, he replaced Goku's weighted clothes with lighter clothes that were, they protected him better against ki attacks, I think is what he said that they did. Well, I mean, like, what's better? Something that deflects energy attacks or weighted clothing that you can barely need anymore?
How's that?
That is true, because his body is pretty indestructible.
I think I can handle this.
That was when Goku goes to King Kai's planet to get to New Namek. Because he doesn't know where the hell it is. That King Kai knows it, I believe so. Because Toriyama didn't think of it yet.
I can handle this.
Like, in universe, there's no logical reason. Out of universe, that's the only logical reason. That would have shook up that battle significantly. Vegeta wouldn't have been able to land a single hit on him, and he wouldn't have needed to know Kaioken. Or maybe not... No, not...
How's that?
Even though,
I've gotta eat something.
Yeah, even though, I'm pretty sure... Was it Gogeta or was it Vegito that uses it against either Zamasu or Broly? Oh yeah, that is true. Oh yeah, he uses it against both Zamasu and Black as well when he freaks the fuck out at finding out Black killed Goten and Chi-Chi. Yeah, because he's too fast for them. Doesn't he also try to use it against Hit? Yeah, I thought so. Because that's the only explanation. He's naturally faster, and somehow he just gets even more fast. Yeah, than the fucking instant transmission. I did not see the majority of the last arc of Super yet. I would. Yeah. Well, I mean, I was waiting for it all to drop with the Blu-rays, so I could just binge all of it in like a couple days. It's 50 fucking episodes, and I ain't got time for that to wait every fucking week. Yeah, because they stretched it out for a very long time from what I heard. Yeah. I've heard shit about that.
How's that?
I mean, it's really weird, because he's writing a monthly manga, which is like, I don't know how many pages per volume or chapter. I think it's somewhere probably between probably around 30 pages maybe. I'd have to actually look at my. I have all the volumes currently of the Dragon Ball Super manga, and I just need to read through them. But like I'm pretty sure that a monthly manga has more pages than a weekly manga. But unfortunately, because of the fact that he had to also keep up with the anime, he had to skip over parts that the anime was able to get out because it's a weekly episodic anime. And oh, nice.
I think I can handle this.
Ah.
I think I can handle this. I think I can handle this.
Right, I remember seeing that somewhere mentioned. I think I might have heard that be mentioned in the first part of the Team 4 Stars playthrough of Kakarot. I think Kaiser mentioned that at some point in that video. Yeah. So I remember, you're right, he was specifically talking about, I think, they were shitting on the Viz translations for the Dragon Ball manga. Because sometimes they go with the Funimation dubs, like, terminology, and sometimes they just go with their own translations. Because the official Viz translation for Makanko Sapo is Light of Death. I remember reading that in the first volume of the Dragon Ball manga for the Saiyan Saga, for the full-color manga. And I'm like, that's actually a pretty interesting translation of that name. Yeah. My first stream for the... Just let me say this for a second. My first stream for the Limit Cut episodes was Limit Cut X Survivor. I like that. But yeah, super.
I think I can handle this.
Yeah. I mean, he never left my good graces, he's just a little bit disappointing because of how Toriyama doesn't have a lot for him to do, unfortunately. Even though he could... Yeah. Well, Toyotaro kind of doesn't know how to write some things in fucking Dragon Ball. Even though he is a massive Dragon Ball fan. Yeah.
How's that?
Yeah.
I think I can handle this.
Yeah.
I think I can handle this. I'm gonna take you down.
Yeah, because I imagine he has a bit of frustrations with, even though he obviously really appreciates Toriyama picking him to write the Dragon Ball Super manga. I have a feeling he might be a little bit frustrated with the constraints he's under because he has to conform to Toriyama's plot outlines and some things other that Toriyama dictates has to be done.
I need food.
And he tries to conform to them to the best of his ability, but he probably just gets frustrated. I can imagine. I can imagine just doing that would make anybody frustrated, but yeah, go ahead.
Take you down. How's that?
Caulifla? Caulifla. Yeah, because it's... K-Fla. Yeah. It's spelled Kefla, but it's pronounced K-Fla because kale. Which, the fucking English dub doesn't get that right for some reason. I don't understand why. They pronounce it Kefla, even though that's not how it's pronounced in the fucking Japanese. Yes.
I think I can handle this. Here I go. How's that?
There's a lot of inconsistencies in Dragon Ball Super in general. Yeah, both. Both at the same time. Yeah. And the main thing is, I don't hate the manga, I just prefer to watch the anime as opposed to, and take that as what is technically supposed to happen. But the manga has a lot of great ideas that the anime actually stole, so I don't know. Yeah, which is weird because the first manga chapter actually came out, I think, a week before the first anime episode. Yeah, and then the manga first adapted the Battle of Gods movie into a very, very condensed 4-chapter arc. I think because Toritaro realized, unlike the anime staff, oh wait, I don't need to cover this material that much again because everybody already saw the movie. Like, Battle of Gods did not need to be a TV arc. I think Resurrection F actually did.
I think I can handle this.
Yeah. And it didn't, like, there weren't weird pacing issues that I felt like Resurrection F had. Battle of Gods? Yeah, because Battle of Gods was extremely fucking padded beyond belief in the anime. Like, it was slow as shit.
I can handle this.
And I'm like, come on, pick it the fuck up. Holy shit. Yeah, that is one of my favorite moments within the fucking movie. Battle of Gods, just as a movie, was almost perfectly executed from top to bottom. Like, I would only say that it's a little bit fast-paced, but that's only because it has so much stuff it needed to cover.
I actually won!